Hello, and don't say anything that'll get us canceled. Or do. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's a free
yeah,
country.
you do.
I care a little bit.
With that, there's no better time to say Juno. It is, I believe, Tuesday night. And you know what that means. Welcome to the Stardom Fan Podcast. I'm Mark.
You are. I'm Juno.
Yes, baby. And we have it's emergency broadcast, emergency broadcast. The brackets are in, but they're confusing, sort of. There's tiebreakers. We're going into the quarterfinals or something like that, but we don't even know who's wrestling yet. So we're here, the Stardom fans, to do you a solid and break it all down for you. And to spoiler alert, literally let you know who's going to win.
Yeah, we've always predicted that, right?
Wow. The 5 star starting 8:28. We have this is technically quarterfinals, right? The quarterfinals are coming up. They're bracketing. It's like the playoffs. Do you have the
Oh,
stand or the actual numbers going into this handy by any chance?
one
Which I can get
second.
it up to.
Yeah, I do.
So, I mean, if you just want to go in order, I'm looking at we have your Red Stars A,
Mm-hmm.
and clinching a spot is Micah and
Undefeated.
Natupoi. Yeah, Micah, the only undefeated woman, huh?
Yeah.
Going into the playoffs. How do you like that?
So yeah, she beat everyone in her block. Who else came close? Well, Natsupoi lost, or did she not? She had a couple draws, or she have a loss? Yeah, she had a loss and a draw.
A loss and a draw, yeah. And her loss was to Micah.
I don't know, the two top people in the block being the. I'm still considering Maika my red belt champion and Natsupoi's the white belt champion. That all makes sense.
Dude, what kind of crazy mind something happened? Micah wins the. I mean, granted, the end of the last year just was sort of goofy with injuries and stuff, right? But Micah is the champion and whatever. I honestly don't care. I don't care about the red belt. The white belt stuff is awesome. The Cinderella stuff was awesome. All of a sudden, Micah loses the belt and has this run in August, and I am mesmerized. Micah is having nothing but amazing matches, kicking everybody's ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, get that goddamn belt back. Let's go, Micah. Like now, I'm rooting for her.
And then
Would
just
you say to me last week? You got to be careful what you wish for. I'm like fuck Micah. Like,
yeah, Mike.
nah, man, you don't realize what you had until it's gone, right?
Yeah. Hazuki could have, I think, made it if she beat Micah, but obviously Micah's undefeated.
Yeah. Let's break down Hazuki. Is it easy to see who she lost to? Hazuki only has
She only had
two.
three.
She
She
had
only
two
had three
losses in a
wins.
draw.
I think. Oh my God,
Yeah.
were we right? Did she win her first like three matches and then just like fall apart like usual? Remember, because she was at least 2-0 to start off.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So,
wasn't as drastic was it last year or 2 years ago when
well,
she
because
had 8 points and then never won again.
last year they now there's two red blocks, two blue blocks. Last year they're all just red and blue. So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had like 10 wins, then lost nine in a row.
I'll, I'll tell you what, the way they
That's a
set this
slight
up and with the
exaggeration.
amount of with the amount of people, I thought they did I really liked it. I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
I don't nothing was really boring. This 5 star, and it's not even over yet. Was great. And it only lasted a month. Didn't it last like 3 months last year or something insane?
Oh Jesus! It lasted till the Cinderella tournament,
Didn't it like feel like it went from like May till
May.
Queendom? Yeah, May to May.
Yeah, it went forever. And it was hard to track. Oh my God, it's so
Uh,
much better this year. We never really talked about that. Like all the past 5 stars that I've watched, it's just been when it's 5 star season, there'd be matches on every single show, but it was like you never know who was gonna wrestle, and there was like mix of like red matches and blue matches, and it was just very confusing. This year it was like red stars, blue stars, red stars, blue stars, and then it's like it was super easy to track. The people who didn't wrestle on night one, like didn't wrestle on the last show. So it's like you just always knew like who was in what spot. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was good and then entertaining. The last year, I think that's how they drew it out so long. Remember, they would have a 5-star show, but like it'd be just their normal like
Right.
tags and shit that doesn't matter, and just have like one 5-star match like somewhere in the middle of the card.
Yeah, you would have somebody who would. Oh, it's so confusing too because it's like, oh my gosh, Hazuki's at 8 points and the next person is at 4 or whatever. It's like she's running away with it. But then they don't. You don't realize it's like, yeah, Hazuki has wrestled 4 of her 6 matches and this person has wrestled 2.
Yeah, she's not wrestling again until
The final match, the final
yeah,
day.
basically.
It's like,
Yeah, this was good. This was a few weeks long. It was in and out, and it didn't seem. Granted, they did do like a 2 a day. I was gonna say it didn't seem as grueling as the 5-star did, or the G1 did for New Japan. Uh,
yeah, I mean, they got days
at
off.
least not as
It was
exhausting.
like you didn't have if you're Red Stars, you get a day off on the Blue Stars day.
You know what I also liked as a fan trying to stay caught up? There was like no bloat, no bloatware. It was like the shows were basically, other than like the really big shows, the shows were basically 2 hours, get in, get out.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
And if you cut out the 1 or 2 matches with that Minami girl, you saved yourself another 10 minutes.
oh, we should give out like an award or something. I don't know, a block award, maybe. Who do you, whose matches do you remember the most from this block?
Hazuki and Maika was
Really?
probably one of my favorite main events.
Oh, specific match. I just thought you meant like about everyone in this block. Like, who do you think had the
Oh,
like just the best matches?
I it's funny because you would think Natsupoi is up there, but I don't know. For some reason, her stuff isn't as memorable. Just Micah, like, she just had moments headbutting fucking Raka's box, breaking it in half, like beating the shit out of everybody. Like Micah looked like the strongest person in the Red Stars A, let alone the entire tournament.
I like that Konami didn't care about winning or losing. It was just like got sick of wrestling and she would either just like try to choke you to death or spray poison at your
チ
face.
キンポイズザトップカワイイオブザコスモスオールリワーズゴーズトゥーマユ OR 由来
All right. Well, the Star fan icon chicken, the coffee donations talk. Mayu wins the award.
I was dying to get there. Yeah,
Oh,
Mayu's. Oh, yeah.
no, I was gonna say scroll up a little bit. Mayu's next, but because you brought up Konami, and I was thinking, because the last match I saw, do you still like her?
Yeah.
Obviously she's a bad guy now, but we really liked her, and then she got sick, and we really liked her and felt bad about her entrance or how she exited, and we liked her when she came back. That way, I think I started liking her a little less. Now I don't like.
Oh, I forgot to do this.
This is
Yeah, what's wrong with
yeah,
Konami or Konami, as we like to say?
I don't like any of her matches anymore. Maybe I'm not supposed to. It's like House of Torture shit turned up to 11.
I like that she has her spray can that's literally just says poison on it. It's just got the big skull and crosses.
Well, she's got her gimmick at least.
Well, it makes sense. I never understood Tora's deal where like she's spitting. Like, what are you spitting in someone's eyes? We're like, oh no, like that you're putting in your mouth.
I'll
It's
tell
like
you what.
tequila. I don't know.
Depending on how much we get to go to Vegas, you put 2,000. If we get to Vegas,
I'm not
I'll see how
listen.
it feels for you to spit in my eye
Oh,
while you're Kuma dancing.
I'm not expecting anybody to donate. Just
Hey, we're at 1% already, baby. If we do 2,000 more live streams between now and Vegas,
yes. Yeah, it's
We're gonna get there.
when you put it that when you break it down like that, it doesn't seem like so
Yo,
much.
so yeah, you're the mathematician we found out today. Yeah, we can figure this out. We gotta do like 16 live streams a day.
If we but think about this. If we get to 2%, that's just 1,000 live streams.
Yeah. Double.
I don't even know the
All
math
right,
on that.
all right. Red Stars B. What do we got here? Who's clinching that? The goat?
Yeah, and then it's not even close. I know the numbers will tell you that it was close, but it's not even close.
Mayu Iwatani with 10. A three-way tie between Azumi May Sierra and Tam- good guy Godzai Inaba. Who'd have thought she'd stroll in and sneak her way, hide for a second?
Hey, they kind of drew their way into the I don't know what you call it semifinal before the quarterfinals. It's really just an extra round at this point.
Basically. Mr. Hype comes in. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
It was funny because, well, not funny, but I almost thought it was going to happen. Didn't Azumi draw her first two matches, and you're like, watch her fucking get into this thing just drawing every match, which would have been a fun gimmick.
Yeah. Then she beat Mayu for some reason. That didn't make any sense.
Make her look strong. I know Maya should be undefeated too. I don't love that either. But we have Ham Nakano finishing the tournament with 0.
Tam, I don't. She should finish with 0. She after her second match. What is the point of this tournament? The point of this tournament is like you win and you get the challenge for whatever title you want. But then here comes Tora, the world champion, giving her a title shot after like her second 5-star match. Wouldn't you just like resign after that? Like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just train up. She's got like a bum knee. It's like, do you want to take a break? Get ready for your big match. I don't know.
The Mayu matches were great. And I say that to not change the subject, but to go into if I had a star of the Red Stars, the most memorable, I love every Tam match. Every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She fought from underneath. She made you feel bad. She was holding her leg even more every time, every time, every time. She had moments. She had glimpses. Can Tam win the match? And then eventually, everybody, even the good guys, and Naba's breaking the leg. May Sierra's breaking the leg. They're like, you know what? We tried to stay away from it and play nice, but no. Like submission after submission after submission. Oh, I'm ready for the Tam Nakano redemption story, baby.
I'm gonna quote the greatest wrestler of all time. Well, I guess that's Mayu. The second, the new Tommy. The third greatest wrestler of all time. I'm just gonna keep knocking down my list. Cody Rhodes did a promo when he was facing his brother, and it was like the best thing ever. Where he's like, when you have an old horse and it's got a bum leg, it knows it wants to die. It has to die. So you put a bullet in the gun, you pull the trigger, and you put it out of its misery. I don't know.
Is that your analogy for Tam, or did something?
I don't know who is the horse in that analogy, like
Oh,
Natsuko or Tam. But I don't know. I just rant. I don't have a point. I never have a point.
well, I'll segue into Enigma V4 shows up. Friend of the show, Talk for Glory. Look it up on everywhere. He is Enigma underscore V4 on all the socials. Introductions are always a must.
Like, what is the point? What do you think is gonna happen? Does she have to win this title? She go like,
No,
could she,
I don't think she does. I don't think she does win.
she loses and then what? She like retires and it's like, I can't do it anymore. My leg.
I'd like to see her be in tag league with someone really strong and basically just get carried. Maybe the redemption is she goes undefeated in tag league and she just basically doesn't do anything because she's hurt. That'd be sort of fun.
That's a great redemption story.
Dude, I'm easy.
Doesn't do anything and gets carried.
I believe in Sam Nakano.
She's gotta win. And then fucking Saya comes out and like beats up on Tora, kicks her out. She's the new leader of Hate. And then she's got a bone to pick with Tam. That's the story right there.
Uh, Momo Watanabe, any thoughts on her?
She's pretty cool.
She is cool, and she's another one that's fun. Like,
No, she had probably one of the best matches with Mayu at the
I
Corkut show.
think, I think another thing, like, yeah, I agree. And like all her matches were entertaining, and her last win to give her 4 points. You know how the girls sort of get excited; they'll point how many they have. You know how many. Momo gets her second win, and she's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's like, "Yeah, fuck it," and leaves. It's like you want to talk about someone that doesn't like Konami wrestled like she didn't care. Like Momo wrestled like she wanted to whoop girls' asses, and
Yeah.
like I think she wanted to win. And like, if
Oh yeah,
there's a surprise, like Momo should have won last year. I think Momo should have won the year before too, right? Like fuck, how did she only end up with 4?
well, Mayu. Yeah, she should have one loss, not 4. That is crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans happening. It is still crazy though. It's like, oh my god, she's tied with Saida. That's crazy.
Yeah, Peachy Boy's in the house.
Peachy boy? No, you said Peach. Or we were
Oh.
talking about Peach. All right,
That
talk.
chicken was telling me to shout out the Peachy Boy.
All right, rant about Anna J. Get it over with.
Blue Stars A. I really like Anna Jay, and I think she ended right where she was supposed to, smack dab in the middle, 6 points, 3 wins, 3 losses. I mean, that's fine, right? And I liked, it's goofy. I liked all of her matches except for her loss. Like, I don't know. I probably don't think she should have. I don't like that she opened up beating Seriano, but maybe that's how you take her seriously. You have her beat one of the most effing cool people in the entire company on night one, right? I Then they follow it up with the Starlight Kid match, which is probably the one I didn't love, but like I thought Anna Jay was cool. She came out a little shy at the beginning of the tournament and just sort of ended up with a little swagger. I don't know I don't follow much stuff behind the scenes. I'm a Mark, but not a smart Mark, unfortunately. And but I'd love to see her sticking around a little bit longer.
I think Anna
That's my
J
Anna J.
might be the worst person in this tournament, and it's not even
Uh,
very close.
Hey, that's what we're here for. I'm
She's just,
allowed to love what I love, and you're allowed to hate what you hate. And I don't know, I really like Anna J. She's big. She made a lot of our girls look small too. Anna J is a big woman in comparison.
um, well, she's normal sized.
Yeah, for an American, which it makes you realize how small the girls were used to watching and their Stardom ring is. That's why she's a monster. She's in our territory. But you know what? She got her 6 wins. She can feel good. And you know what? She probably got better. Where else are you gonna learn? You're gonna
Mm,
go back home. She just spent a month wrestling literally the best of the best, like the best pound for pound pro wrestling. And she was allowed to be a student for a month. She should probably be the next AEW champion.
should go back to the Nightmare Factory,
Is that still open?
do some training.
uh
Starlight Kid.
but yeah, go.
Oh, let's see. Starlight Kid, Saori, and then Koguma versus Xena are my two favorite matches.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like that. Like, I would watch a match, and I'm like, that match was so awesome. And you're like, oh, I just kind of skipped through it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then you'd be like, oh, I loved. Well, yours was Saida versus Momo. I'm like, yeah, I kind of skipped through that.
Saida versus Momo was was probably my top 3 matches the entire tournament. And it's funny too because you told me how awesome Xena and Koguma was, and I was like, yeah, that was a skip for me. For no other reason than the two. I don't know. I'm like, how can these two have a great match? I don't really like neither one of them on their own, but definitely got to go back. But tied for first place is Shuri and Starlight Kid with Seriano on the outside looking in with 7. 8 wins the Blue Stars A. Huh? Wow, only 8.
Yeah,
8 doesn't get you anywhere near the playoffs in any of the other brackets.
unless you're Saya Kamatani and you win with 8 points.
All right, in any of the Red Star brackets rather.
This block was so weird, man. I can't even like explain it. Like there was like just stuff in every match where it was just like not even like not goofy, not even as in comedy stuff, but just like I can't even describe it. You know what I'm talking about? Just like really weird stuff would happen. Like the Risa Sarah Hanan match was weird. Uh, Actually, you know what? Maybe just Risa Sarah is weird. Her match with Suzu was weird. Her match with Thekla was weird. Uh,
It could be one of those things where we really like Risa Sarah, but somewhere someone saw what we didn't see, and for some reason they signed Suzu instead of Risa Sarah. And maybe it's because, yeah, Risa Sarah, I think she probably just works too hard. When she was wrestling her matches, she probably had 3 other Mud Show matches before showing up here.
yeah. Yeah, maybe that's you always say like, man, she's gassed out after 5 minutes. She's wrestled probably like twice that night already.
Dude, you were convinced she was unconscious in the Hanan match,
Oh, she
and I'm
definitely
pretty
was.
I'm pretty inclined to agree with you. Yeah, um, and so I'm like assuming they're gonna the next thing they say on their news is Risa Sarah is out for the tournament. We've seen that before. It happened to 2 or 3 girls last year, but no, the next thing is on Risa Sarah's social media. She's wrestling 3 matches and going through light tubes the next day. I'm like, well, I guess that's how you recover if you're a lunatic.
Yeah, she like wrestled with Hanan. I'm pretty sure got knocked out, and then's like the next day or the same night is wrestling another match and has to go to the hospital. And like the day after that, she's like back wrestling in a five
Yeah,
star
she's
match.
it's like I say, it's just what I do. It's just Risa Sarah doing Risa Sarah.
I do like that she like got herself eliminated from the tournament because she wanted to smack Thekla in the head with a chair. That's respectable.
That, that is amazing. And what do you think about that? Thekla, the self-proclaimed main bitch. She's no side character. Ends up with only 2 wins? Wow. Thekla does not do good in tournaments, that's for sure.
No, she got her ass beat by Suzu. She got Kishi Kashi'd, I think, right? Um, yeah, one of her wins is just because she got a chair to the face and got a disqualification win.
Dude, I'll take a win like that.
Like she lost to every. Technically, it's like I think the only person she beat was Rana. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yep, that's right. Yep, I'm looking. Yeah,
that is crazy.
yeah, man. Yeah, that's surprising. But Saya Kamatani comes in with 8, and that leaves us with a tie for second. So we're gonna have another sort of playoff match between Suzu Suzuki and
It's more like a.
Hanan.
It's more like a
Finds a
play
way
in.
to play in, play out. I don't know.
You gotta
Well,
play
I
in.
don't know. It depends. I almost feel bad for the winner because jumping ahead, whoever wins between Suzu and Hanan to make it to the next round gets the luxury of getting her ass kicked by Shuri.
Yeah, that's.
And this brings us to our brackets.
Yeah. So we got the A blocks were fine. They make sense. So it's like you're gonna get Mayu Iwatani versus Natsupoi, and then you're gonna get Sayaka Matani versus Starlight Kid. But then the other blocks, like the or no wait, maybe I got it backwards. Whatever. Actually, what was it? Yeah, the A blocks were just decided. The B blocks were chaos. We have a three-way tie between Azumi, Mei Sierra, and Tomoka Anaba, and they're gonna all face each other until one of them gets like more points than the other. And then at the same night they have to go and face Maika, who's undefeated. And then the other side, Hanan's gonna beat the shit out of Suzu Suzuki and then get her ass kicked by Shuri.
and then still managed to win. Real quick, can you explain the Azumi Mayciera Tomoka Inaba? It's not a three-way. They're just gonna.
No, it's
What are
not a
they doing?
three-way. They're gonna face each other. So it's like Azumi's gonna face May, and then Azumi's gonna face Tomoka, and then May's gonna face Tomoka, and then how does that math work? Can they still be tied after that? If I don't know, but they're gonna keep just facing each other in a round robin type deal until someone just has the most points.
And then when they're done,
So it's at least
is
two
that on the
matches.
same night when after
Oh
each one
yeah,
of these girls fought twice already?
at least
They gotta
twice.
they gotta they gotta go and get their ass kicked by Maika.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Watch Azumi pull this shit off.
Oh, it doesn't matter because Micah's gonna just beat their ass.
Oh, I hope so. Maika, you didn't go this far.
True. I tried to make this little chart thing with this little video editor.
Hey, I like your style. I like your editing live as we go.
Why is it all Saya? It's always Saya all the time. Oh, that makes sense.
Kamatani was the hate killer. Did she beat everyone in hate? Is that how that worked? Or everyone she fought? Including Hanan? See, Hanan's going to be the next wrestler in hate.
So could we just start off and say that Saya is gonna beat up on Starlight Kid?
Yeah, round one's 828, man, which is like probably in a couple hours. Saya Kamatani versus Starlight Kid. I think Saya's got to win, right?
She doesn't gotta win, but she probably will.
Yeah, she will. Starlight's just not the same Starlight anymore. She's too happy.
Yeah, what is the deal with that? Like, stop being happy. Stop having fun.
Well, she was having fun in Oedo Tai, but now she's having too much fun.
It's okay to have fun, but you have to know how. What do I know?
Oh, man, what do I know? What do you know?
Anyways, let's
I
move
know
over to the
Saya
other.
Kamatani beats the Starlight Kid.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We're just gonna go in whatever order. This is gonna like make sense. Who do you think is winning? So May, Azumi, and Tomoka. Um, who do you all right? Who do you think is winning that? It's like I don't even know how to. Probably Azumi. She wins.
I think probably Azumi, and I would love for Tomoka Inaba to come out of this, but I don't think she will. But boy, like my heart says Tomoka wins, but my brain says Azumi goes through, and then my brain says Azumi beats Maika. I don't like it, but
Yeah, it's probably Azumi.
yeah, it's probably Azumi.
And then like Maika wins, right?
Maika, yeah, and then we can jump ahead. Maika wins against. Well, yeah, it's the same day. Yeah, so Maika then beats Azumi. Hopefully, it's right afterwards, and Maika just runs to the ring, says "Ring the bell," gives her a big ass clothesline.
Oh, goes high speed.
Fucking gives her a JP coaster.
Goes high speed on her.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Boom.
yeah. Nah,
Yes, it doesn't even matter. This triple tie thing, it's all for nothing. The undefeated
yeah.
Red Queen of Stardom, cool, royal, beautiful, some would say, Maika, is gonna make her way to the semifinals.
So after Hanan beats Suzu, we didn't even have that discussion, right? That's just happening.
I honestly don't think so. I think
You think Suzu's gonna beat Hanan?
I get torn when it comes to brackets because I want to have my like wrestling mark hat on, and then I like sometimes put my Booker hat on, which is way stupider. But for some reason, I think that they would want the world to see Shuri versus Suzu again because they've had good matches in the past. But I don't know if have we had Hanan and Shuri? Did that happen this year? Did I miss it? Did I have a seizure during it?
Remember that Hanan and Suzu went to a time limit draw the last time.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's do that again. Hanan and Suzu go to a time limit draw. Shuri goes goes to the semifinals.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, I got either way. That way, I don't need to see Hanan get her ass kicked by Shuri. Although in my super fantasy book, and there's a world where I picture Mayu Iwatani versus Hanan in the finals, but
And then we have Natsupoi versus Mayu Iwatani.
dude, the Stardom fan icon chicken has to be losing his mind. Like, he might never need to watch another Stardom wrestling match again. His two favorites, Mayu and Natsupoi wrestling. That's how I felt earlier before we went live. I was watching the Saya versus Hanan match. I think my life is complete. I don't need to see anything else ever again. After seeing Mayu and Natsupoi, it's like, does it even matter who wins? I mean, you never bet against Mayu, but I mean, seriously? I mean, that is the definition of this is awesome just from starting the match.
Um, I'm just kind of seeing like looking forward. It's another Natsupoi Maika match.
That's a great call. They had a great match.
Although Mayu talks a lot of actually she hasn't but she never talks shit. She's been talking a lot of shit. She's really confident. She's like, I'm gonna
That's
just
also that's also a good point. I'm gonna agree with anything you say because I could see either one of them going, but there's not a world where you know what? Maybe there would have been, but not this year. And Mayu even said it herself. Usually I lose singles matches. Usually I'm not good in tournaments since for the past 4 years. But I don't know. This Mayu, like you said, is confident, a little bit cocky, ready to kick some heads off.
well, whoever wins Saya Kamatani versus Starlight Kid, I kind of was thinking was gonna win the whole thing.
There's a world where if Starlight Kid gets by Saya, you think Starlight Kid wins the whole thing?
Actually, I think that might happen because I think Mayu might beat Natsupoi just because we haven't gotten a Mayu versus Starlight Kid match in the 5 star. That seems pretty crazy. We always get one of those. And then Mayu usually like kicks Starlight's ass and Starlight cries, and that's like the circle of life. Kuna Matata. But yeah,
That's funny.
I think Natsupoi probably wins. Just because, like I said, another my Himi. Wait, my poi.
You think I see I mean that's fine. Never go against the man who controls
Mm.
the mouse, but boy over Mayu, huh?
I mean, I don't like it.
I can see it happening.
Listen, do you want what we want and what's gonna happen? What the Stardom fans want and what's actually gonna happen are two completely different things. Because I would just have Mayu win the whole tournament. Actually, at the very least, I just have Mayu versus Saya Kamatani. Can we just book that? Can I change that?
Yep.
That's what I want. Can we just say like we're trying to like actually predict it and just be like, nah, we just want to see Mayu.
The best
Saya.
way to do any bracket really is to go backwards. Start with the finals you want to see and then make it work from there.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty crazy to go on like this like awesome run. Mayu, I think she only had one loss, and then just like lose in the first round.
Unbelievable, right?
Which means, of course, that's probably what'll happen.
Hmm.
Now what do you want to do? Mayu versus Shuri versus Saya, or Maika versus Mayu?
Yeah, what do you think, man? Maika versus Mayu. It's gonna be a great match, and Micah's only if Micah was gonna have one loss the entire time. I mean,
To
Mayu
the
Iwatani,
icon.
the Stardom the Stardom fan icon, the Stardom icon does make sense. However, I think Micah goes undefeated and makes it to the finals.
To the finals.
But if you see it another way, I can go either way.
Well, Mayu already ate. Micah's gonna eat. Micah's not winning. She's gonna eat a loss. And Mayu already lost. That's my logic. I don't know. I don't. What do you want?
uh, Mayu All right. So, all right, let's go to the other side. Is that easier? Shuri versus Saya Kamatani.
I mean,
Shuri's won this thing before. Saya hasn't. Saya is on one heck of a run, although she has recently just lost to Hanan. But if she goes over Starlight Kid, she'll definitely get her swagger back.
I mean, if I could pick, I would just pick Mayu because I'd always pick Mayu. But I still, what do I think is gonna happen is like Saya's gonna win the whole thing. Now, who would win in a real fight is Shuri would like use Saya's arms to break her legs and then use her legs to choke her out.
And then bring the body parts to club Micah in the face with it.
There's probably gonna be some shenanigans, right? Like Saya hasn't really cheated yet.
She hasn't had to.
She hasn't needed to.
Whoa. I what if, because we've seen little bits and pieces is when Saya's going against her hate teammates.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Tora and the teammates are trying to help her opponents win, like Thekla and that kind of stuff. However, what if they try their shenanigans, fuck Saya on accident, and Shuri wins, and it's all because
Tora
uh
wouldn't stay in the
Tor
back.
yeah, Tora comes out. She accidentally missed Saya in spits in Saya's eye instead. That could be a thing that happens. I could see. All right, it almost depends on the matchup because it's almost like I either want to see Saya versus Mayu or Shuri versus Maika. Saya versus Mayu seems like a great wrestling match, and Shuri versus Maika seems like two women that'll just kick the shit out of each other for our enjoyment.
Yeah, both sounds awesome.
They both sound awesome. All right, so let's book it both ways. If it's Shuri versus Maika, who's our 5-star champion?
Oh, that actually would be painful. If that's the final, that would be so painful.
Why does it hurt?
Because Maika and Shuri are boring, and Mayu and Saya are interesting.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's go to Mayu and Saya.
But I do think it's good. I do think that could be right. You tell me what to put.
I and most of the people that comment on our stuff, I think thought Saya was going to win before she turned to the dark side. And I'm not convinced that she's not going to win now. I think Saya Kamatani still wins this tournament or gets pretty damn close. So she finds a way to get to the finals. Probably has to give Shuri two of her Phoenix whatevers they're called now. And then I'd love to see Saya versus Maika.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I just think I mean, if you want to talk about interesting, I think Tora beats Tam, Saya wins this thing, and then Saya has to fuck up Tora, right?
Oh,
And become the new leader of hate. Or if Saya loses because Tora fucks up, and she's still gonna end up fighting Tora eventually.
you know what's gonna happen? Because Tam's totally winning the world title, and then she's gonna be all beat up and broken down, and then like the Queen of Evil is gonna like take her title and make her cry.
That's awesome too. You've heard it here first, and we have never been right. The winner of the 5-star
Well,
playoff bracket
we were
is
never
Saya
we were never
Kamatani.
serious before. This time it's for real.
That's it. I think we accomplished everything we had to. Is there anything else you want to go over? What are your thoughts on the 5-star? Well, no, we already did all that. We like it.
Yeah.
We'll see what the next two. This is one hell of a playoff we have for the next two nights. Hey, shit, I don't know. Depending on what happens, like we could watch. I don't know. At this point, this morning show tonight, and maybe come back on and recap it because we're gonna have a few days before the weekend pay-per-view comes up. So, I don't know. Maybe we do a watch along on our Discord. Go to stardomfan.com and maybe we'll do a watch along tomorrow and recap it the next day. I don't know, dude. It sounds like something that could be fun. Who doesn't want more of us? I know Chicken Poi does. We need to thank our
Yes.
supporters. We thank our listeners, our supporters, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Everything we do can be found at stardomfan.com. There's a Discord, there's an award-winning podcast, the YouTube. It's just going crazy. We have patrons. I'd like to thank I Want Victims as a Stardom fan. The Twilight Dream is one of the original Top Power YEs and a Stardom fan. Jake Ebert is the World of Stardom fan champion, and Trick and Poise not showing up here, but should be the Stardom fan icon. You know what? If nothing else, he is on our heart because he sent us 2 generous coffee donations today, getting us to 1% of our goal to get Judo to Las Vegas so he can
God.
Kuma and get spit on. Before we really get started, I have some extracurricular activity I thought it'd be fun to show you.
Oh yeah.
So, like, we're not just like wrestling nerds. How do you like this?
Well,
Can you see it without the glare?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Does it-
It's actually forever stamps. I'm sort of pimping
Oh,
the
they're
post
stamps.
office. Dude, I literally bought a book of stamps and threw it in a frame. It looks like fucking art,
Oh
don't
shit!
it?
That looks. That
Yo,
literally looks like you bought it. It's like just
dude,
art. Well, it is
it's
art.
fucking wild. Yeah, it was like I don't know, stamps are way too expensive. It was like $15, but then a Dollar Tree frame, and I got like I got art for my wall. How do you like that?
Does it have a phoenix in it? Not only that, check this out. Oh, I don't want to knock it down.
You know why you know why I didn't say anything, Judo? Because it looks so weird, like on my screen. Because
Check it
I
out.
got it on a little screen.
It's life sized.
I thought it was a picture. I thought you just had a picture behind you.
No. Well, it is a picture behind me.
I thought it was fake.
No. That took way too long. That's actually a compliment, I guess, if it looks fake.
Well, no, like I thought you did custom background, like you always do.
Oh, no, you want to see? Hang on.
I'm so confused what I'm looking at. What the fuck is happening? I gotta put this on my big screen. Hold on. I wanted to have chat on my little
Also,
screen
check
so I
out
could
this.
have the rest of the stuff up. But what
Check
the
out this
hell?
guy. Check out this big boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh! That's the fan. Look at that. WrestleMania.
What
That's
the fuck is that?
my. I don't know. It's just a WrestleMania hat
Oh,
from Tampa.
what was it on?
Oh, the other thing, the other guy. I don't know what you call this dude. It's a big fat ass bear.
Because when I watch you, I watch you. So I hear you and I see your leg. It's like there's a little bit of a leg,
It's like,
obviously.
oh yeah,
Oh my god, that's funny.
dude. This thing took me so long to make. You don't even know.
How? Well, what's going on here? Like, what am I really looking at?
It is a cutout. What do you mean? It's a.
How do you make a standee?
Oh my god. Do you want to know the whole process?
I think everybody does. You literally made new Tommy. Did you pay like how much did it cost your brother and his 3D printer? Like
Oh,
$5,000 worth of
oh,
plastic?
I can 3D print one.
If you
Because this is
can't-
only
If you
2D.
can't get the real thing, you might as well make one.
Yo. All right. That's a good idea. So first of all, you got to find a good picture, right? Which is harder than you think, because you got to find one where it's like solo, can't have other people in it. Then you got to find one where it's like just looking like right at the camera, because you want like the full cutout. Then you got to find one that's like got the full body in it. Then you got to find one that's like high quality. And then once you blow it
Yeah.
up from like a little tiny picture to like life size, it's gonna be like real shit quality. So I had to like go into Photoshop and like touch it up a bunch. Then I had to print it out to see what the scale was gonna be. And then after you print it out, right, I had to do like some math to like figure out like how tall I needed it to be like the actual size. Then you got to go in and figure out how you're gonna print it, because it's like all just like on computer paper, but it's like a bunch of different like sheets, right? So it's like I had to go in and like figure out how it was gonna print, make sure it like overlapped correctly, go into a PDF, edit it, print it out, cut it out, uh, tape it to the board. So we're at like step like 12 or 15. I also didn't just like have like a board like that, so I had to take like a bunch of these little like cardboard squares and like patch them together.
So that's an Utami puzzle? How many pieces of paper is that Utami?
Oh god, at least 60.
Why does it look so good?
I like keeping like the little scale one I had around too. You can see the difference.
Do you wake up to that?
Yes, obviously. What else would you do? It also goes at the dinner table too.
Hey guys, I brought over a guest. I got a date.
I finally have someone to watch wrestling with. This is stupid.
No, it's not. This is fucking content, baby. This is almost as good. I mean, we haven't had content like this since you brought out a sword. Is this why you said you wanted to go live? You just couldn't wait, could you? I'm like, hey man, I could just do just the results if you want to go live tomorrow. You're like, no man, we got a podcast now. I can't hold this in anymore. How long have you been working on your Utami textile?
No, it's just cardboard. And the belly button.
How often do you just stare at it?
Coolest part is that my favorite part is like you know how much math it took to like make this thing life sized?
No, I mean, a lot.
This is what I applied myself in school for, is to do this math.
It's like you could have been an architect. Instead, you started creating utamis.
Oh man, I could have. I used to almost be one.
All right. Well, now you make cardboard women on your spare time. Hi, Kevin Cabeza. Hi, Tommy Styles.
Some people,
Tam's redemption story will be glorious. Don't worry, buddy.
You know, some people, everyone's got their hobbies, right? Some people like to, I don't know, like build PCs. Some people like to like get good at chess. Other people just build.
I won today, by the way.
The women of their dreams in their garage. You know, each their own.
Like, all right, like, can we pull back the curtain? Like, you like you're around family a lot. Like, you know, brothers and sisters. You're a very close knit group.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you Frankensteining this Utami monster? Like, how are you, or are you just doing it on Front Street? Like, because your sister already comes over and is like, oh my God, my brother's watching that cosplay play wrestling again.
Mm-hmm.
That weirdo. Like, nothing would make me happier than for you to tell me you're piecing together your Utami, you got the piece of paper and your little glue stick, and she walks in. I need to know.
Oh, no. Private project for sure.
Mom, I told you not to bother me when I'm making my Utami.
Yeah, you collect stamps. I collect giant Joshi woman.
I know Apollo's just broke us down in a nutshell. I know. How dare you? You know what? I was really proud of my stamp collection, and here you guys are one-upping me with a giant size Utami Hayashishita. Well, where do we go from here?